Set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And now running right through it. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try to run forward with Penny. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. from the shotgun. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
At After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A handoff to Penny. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Spread left, spread left. Right, 380. Right.
They go play action with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset,
Yep.
Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tempo.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a give to Penny. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Derek Shelby takes him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The pitch goes to Penny. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. They'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the gun, Murray. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. waiting from the gun. Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets it to Strong. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And it's up and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Murray, room to run inside the 40. David Johnson here on the catch. And all the way down to the 5. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And Gain of 21 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They get it to him running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? 3rd and goal, option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Boo, Landy.
To throw again. Murray underneath for Johnson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Murray, it's caught on the right side. Williams. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
So first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, that's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. He just bumped up his personal stats with a 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I
always think
I just
that.
appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
No, you are.
Thanks. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And some strong running. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one, too.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, easy. Check 51. Check 51. Shot. Be ready. 14. Tempo.
They go play action now. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, tempo.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Let's get it. Check 50.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Chad Williams, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Murray. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, Murray eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably
now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a 1-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. On 1st and 10, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6.
14.
Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They are, by the way, into the 4th quarter now in Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's get it. Hey, over here, over here.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Hey, check 51, check 51. Tempo, baby, let's go to work, come on.
On 3rd down, Penny. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He's back to throw. On the move to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with time running out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Wilson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Running left, it's Penny. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now it's Carson. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They come out here in the eye. This is Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's going to get it running right. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.